Hello students, in today's video we will be learning about early Chalukyas. Before going into the video, if anyone is seeing the channel without subscribing, please do subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. It will be a great encouragement for me. Please do click the bell button to receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. So now let us get into the video. Early Chalukyas. Background. So we are going to see what was the background before the rise of early Chalukyas. That is what we are going to see now. Kadambas of Banavasi and Gangas of Talakadu were two small kingdoms of Karnataka. So before the coming of early Chalukyas, there were two small kingdoms in Karnataka. One was Kadambas of Banavasi and Gangas of Talakadu. They preceded the Chalukyas of Badami, who were the first imperial rulers of Karnataka. They preceded, that is, they came before the Chalukyas of Badami, and the Chalukyas of Badami was the first imperial rulers of Karnataka. Before they came, there were two kingdoms, that is Kadambas and Gangas. Kadambas were the first to establish a kingdom in Karnataka, that is from 4th to 6th century era. So one of the first to establish kingdom in Karnataka was the Kadambas from 4th to 6th century era. The founder of this dynasty was Mayuravarma. So the founder of Kadambas was Mayuravarma. Halmidi inscription, which was the first Kannada inscription, was issued during the Kadamba period. So one of the most important and first Kannada inscription, that is Halmidi inscription, was issued during the Kadamba period. So the Kadambas of Banavasi and Gangas of Talakadu were two small kingdoms of Karnataka. They preceded the Chalukyas of Badami, who were the first imperial rulers. Kadambas were the first to establish kingdom in Karnataka, and their founder was Mayuravarman. The Halmidi inscription, which was the first Kannada inscription, was issued during the Kadamba period. Education was encouraged, and Agraharas, Brahmapuris and Gatikas became the centers of education. So the Kadamba period was known for its educational development. So education was encouraged during this time, and Agraharas, Brahmapuris and Gatikas became the centers of education. The famous Agrahara of the time was Talagunda, Bankapura, Kapaturu, etc. So there were many Agraharas which developed during that time, during the Kadamba period. The famous of them were Talagunda, Bankapura and Kapaturu. Gangas of Talakadu ruled for 6 centuries, and they made notable contributions to Karnataka culture. So already we studied about the Kadambas. Now the next kingdom which developed before early Chalukyas was Gangas of Talakadu. So Gangas of Talakadu, they ruled for 6 centuries, and they made notable contributions to Karnataka culture. The most important ruler of this dynasty was Durvinita. So one of the most important ruler of Gangas was Durvinita. This dynasty had contributed to the growth of literature, art and architecture. So the Gangas of Talakadu have given a lot of contributions to the growth of literature, art and architecture. Jainism also developed during this time. Some of the examples of their architecture are Kapaleshwara, Mahalingeshwara, Pataleshwara, Boginandeshwara, etc. So the period of Gangas of Talakadu was very famous for its contribution to art and architecture. Some of the examples of their architecture are Kapaleshwara, Mahalingeshwara, Pataleshwara and Boginandeshwara. So the famous Agraharas which developed during the time of Kadambas were Talagunda, Bangapura and Kapaturu. After the Kadambas, the Gangas of Talakadu also ruled for 6 centuries. The most important ruler of this dynasty was Durvinita. This dynasty had contributed to the growth of literature, art and architecture. During this time, Jainism also developed, and some of the examples of their architecture are Kapaleshwara, Mahalingeshwara, Pataleshwara and Boginandeshwara. The unique contributions of Gangas are the beautiful pillars called as Manastambhas and Brahmastambhas. So as I have already told, the Gangas of Talakadu were very famous for their contribution in architecture, and one of the unique contribution of them were the beautiful pillars. They were called as Manastambhas and Brahmastambhas. Atakuru stone inscription and Doddahundi stone inscription reveal their sculptural excellence. The huge monolithic statue of Gomateshwara at Shravanabelagola in Hassan district is the most beautiful sculpture. So we all know about the Gomateshwara statue at Shravanabelagola. So this statue is one of the most beautiful sculpture during the Gangas of Talakadu time. Chaundaraya, the famous Ganga minister, erected this sculpture in 983 century era. So the Gomateshwara statue at Chaundaraya was erected by Gomateshwara statue at Shravanabelagola was erected by Chaundaraya. He was a famous Ganga minister, and it was done in 983 century era. It is one of the largest monolithic statues in the world with a height of 58 feet. So this statue is one of the largest monolithic statue in the world, and its height is 58 feet. So the unique contribution of Gangas are their beautiful pillars called as Manastambhas and Brahmastambhas. The Atakuru stone inscription, the Doddahundi stone inscription reveal their cultural excellence. One of the most beautiful sculpture of the time was the Gomateshwara statue at Shravanabelagola. It was erected by the famous Ganga minister Chaundaraya. It is one of the largest monolithic statue in the world with a height of 58 feet. After the Kadambas of Banavasi and Gangas of Talakadu, then came the Chalukyas of Badami. The Chalukyas of Badami are also called as early Chalukyas. They came to power during the 6th century era in Kannada region. So the Chalukyas of Badami came to power during 6th century era in Kannada region. Badami or Vatapi in Bagalkot district was their capital. So the Chalukyas, the early Chalukyas capital was Badami or Vatapi. That is why they were famous as Chalukyas of Badami. Their royal emblem was Varaha. Jayasimha was their originator. The originator of early Chalukyas was Jayasimha. His son was Ranaraga. They called themselves as Haritiputras of Manavya Gotra in their inscription. So Jayasimha was their originator, Jayasimha's son was Ranaraga, and they called themselves Haritiputras of Manavya Gotra. Pulikeshi I was the first historical personality of Badami of Chalukya. So if we see Chalukyas of Badami, one of the most important, or we can say the first historical personality was Pulikeshi I. He was the son of Ranaraga. He built the Badami fort. So Pulikeshi I was famous for the Badami fort. According to Badami inscription, he performed Ashwamedha Yaga. So Badami or Vatapi in Bagalkot district was the capital of Chalukyas of Badami or early Chalukyas. Their royal emblem was Varaha. Jayasimha was their originator. Jayasimha's son was Ranaraga. They called themselves as Haritiputras of Manavya Gotra, and Pulikeshi I was the first historical personality of Chalukyas of Badami. He was the son of Ranaraga. Pulikeshi built the Badami fort. According to Badami inscription, he performed Ashwamedha Yaga. He had two sons, Kirtivarma and Mangalesha. So the two sons of Pulikeshi I was Kirtivarma and Mangalesha. So if we see the rulers in an order, Jayasimha was the originator, his son was Ranaraga, Ranaraga's son was Pulikeshi I, and Pulikeshi I had two sons, that is Kirtivarma and Mangalesha. So all these are the important points regarding the background of the origin of Chalukyas of Badami, which all kingdoms preceded, or which all kingdoms were there before the Chalukyas of Badami, that is Kadambas and Gangas of Talakadu. After that, Chalukyas of Badami came. So I hope you have understood all the points very clearly. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you soon in the next video. Thank you for watching.